Hello guys and girls and welcome back to a brand new video today for today's match prediction weekly for these games for Easter week games. So I'm going to be going from Friday, this coming Friday, on Saturday, Sunday and then Monday. Obviously because we've got Championship games, League 2 games, League 1 games and Premier League games. So I'm going to start with the Championship because they are on Thursday and they are playing tomorrow, which is Friday tomorrow. So let's go into the first game week. So the first game is Bristol City versus Leicester City. For me, I think this is going to be a tough game for Leicester. I think Leicester will want to win this game, obviously, to get back into first place against Bristol City this Friday. But for me, I'm going to say Bristol City 2, Leicester City 2. Next game is Millwall versus West Brom. And this is another big game. I think West Brom will win this 2-1 away from home. Next one is Cardiff Sunderland. For me, another game, tough game. I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. I think both teams will want to win the game, but I think it'd be a 1-1 draw. Next is Huddersfield versus Coventry. For me, I think Coventry will want to win this game, obviously because they've got an FA Cup game in a few weeks' time against Manchester United. But Huddersfield, they want to get back to winning ways. But for me, I'm going to say it 1-0 Huddersfield Town. Going to the next game is Hull City versus Stoke City. I think this will be an okay game, but I'm just going to say as it is, Hull City to win 2-0 at home. Next one is Norwich versus Plymouth. Norwich have done really well this season with winning games, obviously being in the playoffs, but against Plymouth, who are not playing the greatest football, but I'm going to say a 2-0 win for Norwich. Next one is Preston Rotherham. Another tough game for both teams. Obviously, Preston will want to get back to win ways, with Rotherham obviously near in the bottom three. But for me, I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Preston North End. Next one is QPR versus Birmingham. I'm just going to say as it is, 2-0 win for Birmingham City. Next one, Sheffield Wednesday versus Swansea. I'm just going to say it, 0-0. My first 0-0. Southampton Middlesbrough. I'm going to go for Southampton 3, Middlesbrough 2. Next one is 5:30 on Friday tomorrow. I'm going to say Blackburn 2, Ipswich 1. And then the last game is Watford Leeds. I think Watford will win this. I think Watford will get a goal, but I think they'll get beat 3-1 at home against Leeds. I think Leeds will stay top of the league and they'll win 3-1. So going into League 1 now. So League 1 games are Barnsley versus Cambridge. For me, I'm just going to go as it is. 5-0 win for Barnsley. I think Barnsley will dominate. Next one is Derby County versus Blackpool. For me, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think both teams will want to get something out of the game. I think they'll be okay with it. So 1-1 draw. Next one is Exeter versus Charlton. Not the greatest game, but for me, I think Charlton will want to win this game, but I'm going to say an Exeter win 1-0. Fleetwood Cheltenham doesn't really interest me. Both teams are not great. I'm going to go for 0-0 draw. Lincoln City versus Leyton Orient. I'm going to go 2-0 Lincoln City win. People Carlisle. I think people will win about 4-0. People are good. Carlisle are actually really bad at the moment. So yeah, we're going to say 4-0. People. Port Vale Bristol City. So Bristol Rovers. I'm going to go for 1-0 Port Vale win. Reading Northampton. I'm going to go for another shock. Northampton Town to win at Reading 2-1. Shrewsbury, Oxford, for me, I think both teams will score. I'm going to go for Shrewsbury Town 2, Oxford United 3. Going to Stevenage, Bolton. I'm just going to say as it is. I'm going to say Bolton to win 2-0. Wigan, Burton. I think this is going to be a boring game, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Wigan. Wycombe Wanderers versus Portsmouth. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Portsmouth. So we're going into League 2 now. So we're going into League 2 games. Accrington Stanley versus Morecambe. I think Accrington Stanley not playing great, but I'm going to say a 1-0 win for Morecambe. Wimbledon versus Harrogate. I'm going to go 1-1. Barrow versus Grimsby. I think Barrow will win that just about 1-0 against Grimsby. Now the game I'm going to tomorrow is Bradford City versus Tranmere, and I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Tranmere Rovers. Next game is Colchester versus Newport. I think Newport have been real good this season, but I'm going to say they're going to win 3-1 away from home. Crawley Doncaster, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Forest Green Stockport, I'm going to go 3-1 win for Stockport. Gillingham Crew. I'm going to go for another 1-1 draw. MK Dons Walsall, 1-0 MK. Salford Sutton, Salford to win 2-0. Swindon Notts County, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Wrexham Mansfield, I'm going to go for Wrexham 2. Wrexham 2, Mansfield 3. So, going to Premier League games now on a Saturday. Newcastle United versus West Ham. For me, I think both teams will want to win the game, but I'm going to say a 1-0 win for Newcastle. Bournemouth Everton. I'm going to say Bournemouth to win 2-1 against Everton. Chelsea Burnley, 2-0 win for Chelsea. Nottingham Forest versus Palace. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Sheffield United Fulham. I'm going to go for 1-0 win for Fulham. Tottenham Hotspur versus Luton. I'm going to go for a 4-0 win for Tottenham. Villa Wolves. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Wolves away from home. And then Brentford Man United on the Saturday. I'm going to go 2-1 United win. Then going on to Sunday's games. It's Liverpool Brighton. I think Liverpool will win this game, unfortunately, but I'm going to say they're going to win 3-1 against Brighton this week. And then Man City versus Arsenal. Obviously, I hope City don't win this game, but I'm going to say Arsenal to win 2-1. Going to Monday's games in now. Monday's games now. Is it Monday? Oh shit, yeah. Shit, we got till Thursday. Alright, okay, sorry. Right, so we've got. So going into Monday's games, it's at Leicester City versus Norwich. I think Leicester win that 2-1. Birmingham Preston 1-1 draw. Coventry Cardiff 2-1 Cardiff win. Middlesbrough versus Sheffield Wednesday. I'm going to go 3-0 Middlesbrough. Plymouth Argyle versus Bristol City 1-0 win for Plymouth. Rotherham Millwall 2-0 Rotherham. Stoke City versus Huddersfield. I'm going to go for another 1-1 draw. Sunderland Blackburn. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Swansea QPR. I'm going to go 0-0. West Brom Watford, I'm going to go 3-2 West Brom. Ipswich Southampton, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think both teams will want to win the game though. Now Leeds versus Hull, I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Leeds. So, going into the League One now is League One. It's Blackpool versus Blackpool Wickham. I'll go 2-0 Blackpool win. Bolton Reading, 2-0 Bolton again. Bristol Rovers versus Shrewsbury Town. I'm going to go for 1-0 win for Bristol City. Burton Barnsley, I'm going to go 4-0 Barnsley win. Cambridge Wigan, 1-0 win for Wigan. Carlisle United versus Lincoln, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Lincoln. Charlton Stevenage, I'm going to say a 2-0 win for Stevenage. Cheltenham Town versus Exeter City, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Exeter. Leyton Orient versus Peterborough, a 2-0 win for Leyton. A 2-0 win for Peterborough. Then Northampton Town versus Port Vale, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Northampton. And then the last game for League One is Oxford United versus Fleetwood. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. So going into League Two now, I'm going to go Grimsby Bradford. I'm going to go for Bradford. It's Grimsby win 1-0. Crewe Forest Green 2-0 Crewe against Forest Green. Harriet Gillingham, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think both teams will want to get a win. Mansfield Accrington, I'm going to go 6-0 Mansfield. I think Mansfield are real good at the moment. Morecambe Barrow, I'm going to go 1-1. Newport Crawley, 2-1 Newport. I think Newport have been real good this season. Notts County MK Dons, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Stockport Wickham, Stockport Wimbledon, I'm going to go 2-1 Stockport. Then Sutton United versus Swindon, I'm going to go for a Swindon win 1-0 away from home. And then Tranmere versus Colchester, I'm going to go 2-0 Tranmere Rovers. Walsall Salford, I'm going to go for the 1-1 draw. Then going on to Tuesday's games now. Obviously, we've got Premier League now. I think these will. Okay, so yeah. Right, okay. So going into Premier League, you've got Newcastle United versus Everton. I'll go 2-1 win for Newcastle. Nottingham Forest versus Fulham. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Fulham win. Bournemouth versus Palace. 2-0 Bournemouth. Burnley Wolves. 1-0 Wolves. West Ham Tottenham. I'm going to go 3-2 West Ham. And then obviously we're going into League One now. It's Portsmouth Derby. I'm going to go for a 3-3 draw. And then Doncaster Rovers versus Wrexham. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think both teams will want to win because Doncaster are playing really good at home. So I think they'll be up for it and I think they will possibly get a win. So going into Wednesday's games is more Premier League games or Arsenal Luton. For me, I think Arsenal will win this comfortable. I'm going to go a 3-0 win for Arsenal. Brentford Brighton, I'm going to go 2-0 Brentford. Next one is Man City versus Villa. Can Villa shot Man City? But no, I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Man City. Then Thursday is Liverpool Sheffield United. I'd love to see Sheffield United win, but I can't see it. I think Liverpool will win about 3-0. Then Chelsea Man United, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Manchester United away at Chelsea. And then on Friday is Rotherham versus Plymouth, but I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. So if I don't do the videos for next week. That will be my prediction for that game. So obviously, next week I think we've got Walsall, so I will be doing more predictions later in the week. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you're new, and hopefully everyone has a great Easter. So come on, you boys. Otherwise, super on me and come on, you boys. I'll see you guys, mate, and I'll see you guys at Bradford if you guys are going. Super well on me.